They didn't hurt you all at once. They did it slowly. So slowly that by the time you realized something was wrong, you had already forgotten who you used to be. A confident person walks into a relationship with a narcissist, and a broken, confused, apologizing version of that person walks out. And the worst part? They never laid a hand on you. They used something far more precise, your own mind. Today, we are going to break down exactly how narcissists dismantle your self-esteem, step by step, so that if this is happening to you right now, you can finally put a name to the pain. Before we begin, let's be clear about one thing. Narcissistic abuse is not always loud. It is not always obvious. It doesn't always look like screaming or name-calling. Most of the time, it looks like a compliment that somehow makes you feel small. A joke that makes everyone laugh, except you. An apology that is somehow your fault. Narcissists are not just selfish people. According to psychology, narcissistic personality disorder is a deeply ingrained pattern where a person has an inflated sense of self, an extreme need for admiration, and critically, a complete lack of empathy for others. And that combination, it creates the perfect conditions for psychological destruction. Not on purpose, not always, but the damage is real, regardless of intent. Here are the 3 steps narcissists use to break down your self-esteem, often without you even noticing. The first step is called love bombing, and it is deliberate. When you first meet a narcissist, they feel like the most attentive, charming, magnetic person you have ever encountered. They call you constantly. They shower you with compliments. They say things like, "I've never met anyone like you." They make you feel seen in a way nobody ever has. This is not an accident. This is the foundation of the trap. Here is why it works. The human brain is wired to seek validation. When someone gives us enormous amounts of it, we become attached, deeply chemically attached. Our brain releases dopamine. We associate that person with feeling good. We begin to need them. Now, here is the cruelty. Once they have your attachment, once they know you need them, the compliments start becoming conditional. The warmth starts becoming unpredictable. And you, without realizing it, start working to get back the version of them you fell in love with. Take Sarah, for example. Her partner spent the first 3 months telling her she was the most beautiful, intelligent woman he had ever met. Then slowly, the comments shifted. "You look better with longer hair." "Why are you wearing that?" "I was just joking. You're so sensitive." Each comment was small, but each one chipped away at something. And because she remembered who he used to be, she kept trying to earn it back. That is the trap. And it is almost impossible to see from the inside. The second step is the most psychologically damaging of all. It is called gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone systematically makes you question your own memory, your own perception, and your own sanity. And narcissists are extraordinarily good at it. It sounds like this. "That never happened. You're imagining things. You're too emotional. You can't even see reality clearly. Everyone agrees with me. You're the only one who has a problem." Each time you try to address something that hurt you, you walk away more confused than when you started. Not only has your concern not been addressed, now you are questioning whether you had a right to feel it in the first place. Over time, and this is the devastating part, you stop trusting yourself. You stop relying on your own instincts. You begin to outsource your reality to them. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I did misremember. There is a study by psychologist Jennifer Fried on something called betrayal trauma. The idea that when someone we depend on harms us, our mind is forced to suppress the awareness of that harm in order to maintain the relationship. In other words, your own brain helps the narcissist gaslight you, because leaving feels more dangerous than staying confused. The result? You stop voicing your needs, you stop defending yourself, and your self-esteem, the deep, quiet belief that your feelings are valid and your perceptions are real, begins to erode completely. The third and final step is isolation, and by this point, it barely needs to be forced, because you have already begun to isolate yourself. Here is what happens. As your self-esteem drops, you start feeling ashamed. Ashamed of the relationship. Ashamed of how much you've changed. Ashamed that the friends you used to be close to might see what has happened to you. So, you pull away. The narcissist also helps this along. They may plant seeds of doubt about the people closest to you. I don't think your friend really likes you. Your family doesn't understand you the way I do. You're always different after you see them, like they're a bad influence. It sounds protective. It is anything but. What it does is eliminate every outside voice that might reflect reality back to you. Every person who might say, "Hey, are you okay? You don't seem like yourself." Because that is what healthy relationships do. They act as mirrors. They remind you of who you are. Remove those mirrors, and you are left with only one reflection. Theirs. And through their eyes, you are never quite enough. By this stage, many people have completely lost their sense of self. They don't know what they like anymore, what they believe, what makes them happy. They have become an extension of someone else's reality, and a diminished one at that. Psychologists call this identity erosion. And recovering from it is not just about leaving the relationship. It is about slowly, patiently rebuilding a self that was quietly dismantled, piece by piece. If any part of this video felt familiar, if you found yourself nodding, or if something finally clicked, I want you to hear this. The fact that you can see it now is the beginning of getting out of it. Awareness is not a small thing. For many people who have lived through narcissistic abuse, awareness, the moment they finally had a name for what was being done to them, was the moment everything began to change. You are not too sensitive. Your memory is not broken. Your feelings are not an overreaction. You were in the presence of someone who was very, very skilled at making you believe otherwise. Rebuilding your self-esteem after narcissistic abuse takes time. It takes therapy in many cases. It takes surrounding yourself again with people who reflect reality, not someone else's fiction. But it is possible, and it starts with exactly what you just did. Learning, understanding, and refusing to stay confused. If this video helped you see something more clearly today, share it with someone who might need it. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give someone is the language to describe what they've been living through. And if you want to understand the psychology of people, relationships, and the hidden forces that shape your mind, subscribe. We post new videos every week, and every single one is built to give you knowledge that actually changes how you see the world. Until then, take care of your mind. It is the only one you have.